Hello, and welcome to Advanced SaaS Metrics series. In today's video, we're going to be talking about one distinct reason why SaaS marketing teams fail. We've been working with a number of SaaS businesses. We saw brilliant teams, both marketing and sales, working together. And we saw, unfortunately, a number of horror stories of complete SaaS marketing teams failure. The number one reason that we figured after working with a number of sales businesses is this: lack of alignment between the sales and marketing team. What do I mean by that? There is a tension usually between the teams, and this tension is usually driven by two factors. Marketing team is saying to the sales team, "Hey guys, you're not closing enough. We send you a ton of good leads, you close nothing." The sales team on the contrary would be like, "Marketing, come on, you're sending us leads that we cannot even qualify, not just saying about kind of signing them up. So the leads that you're sending are no good." And sometimes those conversations become so heated that people tend to forget why they are working together. And instead of growth department that marketing and sales teams are usually trying to build, you have a fight. And that fight usually comes from the marketing team not being heard by the sales team and vice versa. So that lack of alignment is the number one reason why sales marketing teams fail from our experience at Rampiq. How do we address that? What can you do as the sales CEO or founder or somebody who is hired to actually align the teams together? First of all, that's the structure behind your actions, which is really extremely important. And we saw three pillars that really help to align marketing and sales team together. Pillar number one, proper analytics system. You need to know the numbers and you need to keep them integrated. The web analytics is extremely important, especially if you invest budgets to like paid ads or any other online marketing activity. And the caveat here, and one of the most important reasons why we saw marketing campaigns not being as effective as they should be, is the integration of web analytics and the CRM. Please do not trust default integration systems that you have, maybe like in HubSpot or in Salesforce. They are deceiving, they do not give you the right attribution, and they mess up your marketing decisions big time. So the pillar number one is the proper web analytics and a proper integration with the CRM. There are ways how you can streamline this integration and how you can make it working for your business, but please do not trust the default CRM out-of-the-box solutions. You need to make sure that you track your channels effectively, efficiently, and in the most accurate way possible. Otherwise, you will have attribution problems that will give you a lot of headache, and they will mess up your marketing decisions. So the second pillar is the CRM Statuses Alignment. Both marketing and sales team need to have the common language to discuss the customer journey stages. And usually the most effective way to build it is to align around the statuses that the prospect or a lead has in the CRM workflows. It's not that obvious from the very beginning, but the more we talk to marketing and sales team, the more we see the misunderstanding of the leads' statuses as they move along. So what is my SQL? How do we define that specifically for my particular organization? What is my not a fit? How can we describe that in my particular organization? What is the sales accepted lead in my particular organization? And again, using the default workflows, default statuses in HubSpot and Salesforce, in any kind of CRM that you're using, without having a glossary, the internal glossary, like a document describing what exactly each of in every status in my workflow means to me as a marketer or to me as a salesperson, brings you into trouble. People will be not aligned. And this is something that we saw really working when we brought the sales and marketing people into the same meeting and we reviewed all the statuses in the CRM together. Thus, you establish the common language, common glossary, and your conversations with the sales team and the marketing team become much more productive because you are finally talking about the same things and you're using the same names when you're defining the statuses of prospects and leads within your workflows. Pillar number 3 is results evaluation culture. And by saying culture, I mean establishing a way to have an open conversation about results. If you have your measurement in place, if you have the glossary of terms and the statuses in the CRM in place, the last but very important thing that you need to do to bring you on the journey of alignment with your sales and marketing team is to have that results evaluation culture that happens on a regular basis and is an open conversation. We often saw people like from sales and marketing team being not really in a great level of trust to each other, so to say. So, and the only way that we saw being really effective is when the measurement is there, we know the numbers, the statuses is there, everybody understands what we're looking at. And there is that third component, there is a culture of open talk. Sometimes it's not that easy to establish one within an organization, especially if there is an ongoing conflict between sales and marketing team. That's why we at Rampiq often introduce ourselves as the mediators, and we help people from both of the teams align around one goal that they have around the growth of the business that we are all working for. But this third pillar tends to be the key driving factor, the key growth driving factor, because it brings everybody on the same page, it unites the effort, and it lets SaaS companies grow faster and more sustainably. Hope this is useful. Thanks for watching.